Are we back? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? We here? Okay, what the heck? That's the first time I've actually seen it just drop connection altogether, to be fair. Or maybe I'm the only one. Maybe the others were never. True, this could be. I'll give it a minute. That way we can also see if it stabilizes. Clearly. Yes. Boop 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 boo. I will give it one more minute just to see if everything's okay. Yeah, like I said, that was very odd. I've never seen it actually like completely disconnect before. Like it completely just went, no connection anymore. Bye-bye. So I've never seen that happen. Which will make putting this VOD together so much fun. Thank you, Stream Elements. Thank you for the delayed. Oh boy. Thank you, Tyler. I know you're doing your best. Stream Elements is trying to do the thing. He's trying to be a good little Stream Elements. Okay, I think we're back now. I think we're back. I think we're stable. I don't know what that was, but I think we're stable. Stream Elements is indeed doing its best. It really said we're not going to give Yukimasa any kind of redemption here. We're like, no. He cannot have a good happy ending. He cannot have any goodness. I was kind of rude to Stream Elements in Sylvie's chat. Which one? Was it the reminder one? Okay. Stream Elements has a lot to do with that stream. It was oh, was it the study stream? Was it the study stream? I learned that too late, sadly. Oh, that makes sense. Anyway, let's hold on. Oh, no. Yukimasa, stop talking. No. There we go. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, Mgak. I'm sorry about the tech issues, but get some good sleep. To this day, I don't understand, but it wasn't the only thing I found curious. Her voice, despite being soft, cut through the crying and wailing of other slaves. I pictured it like a single patch of clear water in the middle of a swamp, untainted by its surrounding, gently undiluted, or undulating. Undiluted? Sorry. My brain just does not want to compute that at the moment. Night night. Night night. Bye bye. One sentence was all she said. There was something unbelievably calming about the sound of it. For a moment, I was filled with a sense of tranquility. And though you may not believe it, I wanted to get her out of that filthy carriage, to undo the shackles threatening to taint her. And so I took action, driven by that desire. This is no lie, I promise. No, no, please don't kill me. Please, you have all my money. You can go free if that's what you want. I apologize. Anything. What? Why are you laughing? Please spare me. I have a wife and children. Please. I'm begging you. And why should I care? Holding a sword in my hand felt amazingly right. Whatever work I once did must have required me to be able to use a blade. Even with the shackles still around my wrists, I had little trouble slaughtering the slave traders and their guards. They let their guard down because we were restrained. The thought of anyone resisting never once crossed their mind. Dead bodies sprawled out around me. Corpses I had made. Lives I had snuffed out. Look at this. See? No one can defeat me. They stood no chance against my strength. More. I need more. I need more. I don't have the words to describe the high it gave me killing those men, the power I felt over them. I was driven mad by the stench of blood filling the air. No, it just drew out what was always there. Wait, hold on. There we go. That make it better or worse? If I weren't already deranged, the corpses would have had nothing to stimulate in the first place. After taking the keys off of one of the slave traders, I returned to the carriage, doing my best to act calm and suppress the bubbling exhilaration. Hey, you. Unlock my shackles for me. I would do it myself if I could. You. Say something, would you? No worries, samurai. But she said nothing, simply removing my shackles as I commanded. If she had said even one word, let me hear that curiously calming voice of her, then in all likelihood, I probably would have stopped there. But she remained perfectly silent. Everyone was in shock at what they'd just witnessed, including her. In time, though, the slaves started cheering. The same people who had been wailing minutes earlier were now shouting praises. Our savior! You're our savior! We're free to go home! We can have our lives back! Do you think it might be that easy? It's never that easy. Undo our shackles, please. I am a beast. What? I'm not a saint. I'm not a man. I am a beast. Isn't that right? I am a beast, aren't I? Wait, what are you? More. I need more. I thirst for more. What? Why are you pointing your... I need more. In that moment, the last of my reason dissolved. I went into a frenzy, slaughtering the helpless slaves I had never intended to kill. Oh, hi! Hello, Cursive! Hello, everyone! I hope you are doing well. Hold on, wait a second. Let me take off the scary. Hello, everyone! Thank you for the goblin raid. How are you? I hope you had a good stream. What were we playing today? Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I guess I should introduce myself since this is the first time I've seen you here. Hi, my name is Maid Gloomridge. I am the owner and curator here of the Museum of the Occult, and I am your guide to everything mystical, magical, and everything in between. Today we are playing some House in Fata Morgana. It is a psychological horror thriller visual novel. It does have some very suggestive and troubling themes. So if you are, if any of the triggers on stream are too much for you, please take care of yourselves first. If you do need to raid and run, that is also totally okay. But yeah. Oh, Caves. Oh, I haven't heard of that game. I gotta look it up. Hold on. I died many times. That was me with Elden Ring on Saturday, so don't worry, I getcha. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good stream. Thank you so much for raiding in. I really appreciate it. And yeah, if you want to stick around and see what's going on, we are close to the end. We are close to the end of the house in Fata Morgana. We are just learning about the lovely, I guess, shouldn't say lovely, considering what's on screen right now. But we are learning about Yukimasa and how he ended up in this situation that he's in. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping in. Yeah, questionably lovely. Questionably at best. So give me 1 second. I do have to put the face back on because we are still in Yukimasa terrifying mode. So I must be here. Lovely is subjective. It truly is. And you will get to hear me voice act a little bit, even though it's not good. But it is here. It is a thing. So, But thank you again, Cursive. I really appreciate it. I was euphoric. I couldn't get enough. I reveled in it. Never before had I felt such utter ecstasy. Their cries for mercy as I ripped through them were delicious. The look of fear in their eyes. The way their faces twisted. The splatters of blood around their mouths, open in screams. The despair that filled them. I didn't care anymore. They were just as much as victims as me. That they had suffered the same abuse and humiliation. All of that was buried beneath the waves of bliss that ravished me. Everyone who asked to be spared, I skewered. I worked my way around the inside of the carriage, killing dozens upon dozens of slaves. Yes, Mike. Sorry, my mic every once in a while likes to take off on its own adventure. But we're back. Heads went rolling off shoulders. Hot geysers of blood spewing from open necks. I was practically wading through blood by that point. Some bodies I completely dismembered. Others I disemboweled, leaving their entrails to hang out of their open guts. I'm so sorry this is what you guys rated into. Oh, goodness. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is true. All of them had looks of agony frozen into their faces as death took them. Except one. I don't know if I was unconsciously avoiding her, or if it was just a coincidence. But the girl was the only one I left alive. She, of course, hadn't been spared the mess, though she sat there, drenched in sticky red gore. Her lips appeared to be trembling, though I couldn't tell for sure with so much of her skin missing. The fire inside me still burned white hot. She was the reason I had done any of this in the first place. I had stood up because I wanted to set her free. But my original intention were long since gone from my mind. Raw pleasure overwhelmed any sense of reason. I approached the girl, pointing the sword at her neck. I expected her to scream, to beg for her life like the others. But she did nothing. Simply stared up. Why didn't you run? At my question, the girl finally spoke. Why did you kill them? The sound of her voice quelled the fervor within me. It baffled me. I had no control over it. That this strange girl could pacify me with a single utterance. The words she used didn't matter. It was her voice. She could have called me a monster, and it would have had the same effect. Because I felt like it. I couldn't explain my reason for murdering the slaves. I didn't have the words to express the things that drove me. All I could tell her was that I did it because I felt like it. And why haven't you killed me yet? I couldn't find a sure answer for that question in my somewhat rattled mind either. In retrospect, I now realize that her voice was my first tether. But at the time, I had no idea why I didn't take her life in my frenzy. I'd killed other children, other women. Young, old, miserable, sad, miserable. It didn't matter. Nothing had so much as prickled my consciousness. I don't know. I said, and then stepped off the carriage and walked away, left with questions I couldn't answer. Was I really a beast? Was unleashing my innate savagery and reveling in the massacre of helpless people really what I wanted? I didn't know. After escaping from the slave traders, I became something of a bandit. Something of a bandit, you say? I had no hope of anyone taking me in. Not only was I a murderer, I was a foreigner. Nor did I have any chance of finding decent work. So I lived by the sword, killing and plundering. I'm something of a bandit myself, he said with a Defoe smile. No, I cannot picture Yukimasa with a Defoe smile. No. The money, I honestly couldn't give a damn about. I had no desire to be wealthy. It was simply a matter of survival. Welcome in, physicist. I hope you're doing well. That, and quenching my thirst. I went on for about 3 years like that. Until finally encountering something I couldn't defeat with my sword. Hiya! Hiya, hiya. I hope you're doing well. No amount of muscle was enough to protect myself from a disease. One day, I woke up with the chills, my vision blurry, barely able to move my own limbs. I set off for a nearby village, hoping to see a doctor, but my body didn't last that long. Flex off the flu. Yeah, You just gotta flick it off your shoulder and it'll be fine. I collapsed on the side of the road, drained of my last strength. It was a moderately busy road, so I assumed I had made it close to the city. Dozens of people passed by, silently pretending not to see anything. I didn't look like someone a respectable person would want to involve themselves with in any normal circumstances. So it was no surprise that they weren't interested in this sick, filthy foreign man. Well, I couldn't remember the last time I had bathed. It was hard to look at me, let alone get anywhere near me. This is where I'm going to die, I thought. It seemed like a suitable end to a mad, murderous monster's life, withering away on the side of the road beneath sneering passerbys. The fact that I was still alive after 3 years of leeching off other people's lives was itself wrong. I didn't lament my impeding demise. I accepted that was the way of the world. But then, is Pauline gonna save him? Oh no! No. I glanced up to see a woman in a nun's habit looking down on me. Are you all right? Are you sick? I'm going to check your temperature, okay? Wow, you're burning up. You shouldn't be out here in this condition. Do you not have anywhere to go? Don't worry, I've got you covered. There's a church not far from here. Hang in just a little longer, and you'll be fine. And what is your god going to do for me? He helps people in need? It's not very big, but we've always got room for people who need it. You can rest up in one of the open beds, and I should be able to get you a little something to eat. I promise it'll be better than staying out here at any rate. Can you stand? No, Tyler. No, we're not doing this to Pauline. No, 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 no. Pauline is a nice, sweet lady. Mm-hmm. Not a problem. We can do this together. Put your arm around my shoulders. The church isn't that far. We can do it. You are going to carry me. Yep. It'll be fine. We'll make it, one way or another. Almost. We're almost there. Just a little bit longer. I'm heavy, aren't I? Very, very heavy. But that's not a problem. I can do anything if I put my mind to it. Oh. Yukimasa! Just throw me in a ditch. Now, God doesn't like his children talking like that. Almost there. We're almost there. Just throw me in a ditch, he says. So, how are you feeling? Better, I hope. I've left some applesauce on the bedstand, if you're feeling up to eating anything. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you need to. Why did you help me? Because that's what people do? They help each other. That's not what most people do. I like to think it is. You church people are exceptions. I'm not sure I agree with that. This woman is only showing me compassion because she doesn't know what I am. She wouldn't be so friendly if she knew I was a madman and a murderer. If there's anything else you want, let me know. I can't make you any fancy dinners, but if there's anything I can get, I will. Bro, we don't even know your name. Who are you? True. True. We just call him Swordsman. Yeah, Would you tell me your name? I'm Marie. Marie. After, who was it? The Virgin? You're not familiar with the Virgin Mary? Just look at me. I'm clearly not from these parts. Yeah. I can see that. So that would make you a traveler, huh? You speak the Yes. You speak the language really well. I cannot. I take it you've been here a while then. Yes, I have. Oh, exciting! So, when you're feeling better, maybe you could tell me about your country you come from? I've never been far from home, so I'm curious what it's like elsewhere. There's nothing I could tell you. It can be anything. Tell me about yourself if you want. I'm even less inclined to do that. Get better soon, okay? I'm looking forward to hearing all about it. I'm not sure there's anyone out there more deserving of the Virgin Mary's name. What was that? Your name. It suits you. Oh, no, not at all. I'm incredibly flattered to hear you say that, but I hardly live up to the name. What is your name, by the way? I have no name. You don't? If you want something to call me by, you can choose a name for me. Anything you want. I am nameless. You give me a name. I think you should be the one to choose your name. I'd be more than happy to help, though. But you should go with the name you think is best. I see. should get going. I'll be around if you need anything. Just holler. Bye then. How am I supposed to choose a name for myself when I don't know anything about me? I recovered rather quickly with a proper bed and a roof over my head. Out on the road, I had been certain I stood no chance, but I was back on my feet only after 3 days at the church. My body was more resilient than I ever knew. And now that I was back in health, I had no intentions of sticking around. Thank you for everything. I would be dead if it weren't for you. No thanks necessary. I'm just glad to see you're feeling better. There's no need to be in such a rush to leave, you know. Stay a bit longer. Make sure everything's all right. She doesn't want him to leave. Girl, it's been 3 days. It's only been 3 days. You can't. No. Yeah, it's definitely love at first sight. Which is really sad, yeah. I'm not going to stay any longer than necessary. I think they're just repressed. If you're sure. Considering she literally saw him face down in a ditch after not bathing for days. Years. He said he didn't know how long. It'd been probably years. Take this as payment for food and lodgings. I can't accept that, no. We don't charge for charity. Charity is not free. You paid for it. Let me pay you back. I can't. Please, take the money. You insist. I can accept it as a tithe. A tithe? Think of it like a donation to the church. Like you said, the work we do isn't free. All right then, a tithe it is. Thank you. And may God bless you for your generosity. So long. Hey, if you're ever in the area, could you maybe could you stop by sometime? I never did get the chance to have that talk with you. And I was really looking forward to it too. I'll just cause you more trouble. What? No, you wouldn't. What makes you think that? Because I am a murderer. Thank you for the head pats, hydrate, and posture check, Samurai. Thank you for the care package. I really appreciate it. Samu? Okay, I will do that. Samu. Are you afraid you'll scare people off because you look different? I really don't think you need to worry about that. It's not just my appearance. Do you mean it? That it won't be of any trouble having me around? I absolutely mean it. Okay. I'll consider it. Wonderful. I can't wait to see you again. Yeah. Believe me, I knew I had no intention of involving myself with her. A killer making himself comfortable in the house of God. I don't even believe in their deity. And I still knew that was nothing if not extremely disrespectful. The money I had donated to the church wasn't even clean. It was stolen. I didn't feel the slightest bit guilty about it, though. I was more than conscious of what I was doing, but none of that mattered to me. She had smiled when she took it. That was enough. Seeing the nun put a smile... Sorry. Seeing the nun's smile put my heart at ease. Much like the sound of the slave girl's voice had several years before. It restrained me, suppressed my urges. That smiling face was my new tether. I'd always believed that I was at my happiest while torturing people. That my thirst for murder was ingrained in my soul. But it was what exhilarating as taking others' lives was. There was part of me that yearned for peace. I had gotten a taste of that with her, and I wanted more. Even knowing I had no place in that world, peace was something I could never attain. I still longed for it. It started with brief visits every few months. In time, though, their frequency began to increase. Soon it was once a month, then twice, then once a week. The length of my visits gradually grew as well. Every time I showed up, the nun greeted me with a smile, quenching my thirst without the need for blood. The more we met, the more I endeavored to be a normal man around her. Or to play the part of one. I thought if I acted like there was nothing wrong with me, then I wouldn't be out of place at her side. I wanted to feel like I belonged in that peaceful world where she lived. Marie! It's the giant man! Marie, the giant man's here! Giant? Hello there. I was beginning to think you weren't coming this week. I was having trouble deciding on what to bring you. You're always welcome here, you know? You don't have to bribe yourself in. But I appreciate it. Thank you. I wouldn't feel right if I didn't bring something. I brought a variety of fruits for you today, so you can share them with the children. They'll be delighted. Thank you so much. It's nothing, really. So, have you decided on a name for yourself yet? Not yet, no. Nothing at all? Makes talking to you a little awkward, not having anything to call you. He told you to pick. He told you to pick. It can just be a between you and him name. Have you not heard of pet names? Hmm? In that case, the giant man is as good as any. Did he get under your skin? A little. I'm not that big, am I? We're all giants to little kids. I do wish they'd be a little less blunt about it sometimes, though. Indeed. I suppose it's better than them being afraid of me. The children have strong nerves. Yeah, they ain't scared of you, Yukimasa. They ain't scared of you. No, what are those? Like honey and sweetheart and baby and that kind of stuff. I don't know if you guys like those. I've never been called one, so I don't know. But I know some people enjoy those things. Mm-hmm. Pet names are nice. Mm. They're ordinary kids. You're just not a scary person. He's not a scary person. Pauline, he killed a truckload of people. Literally. Shh. Yes, I know it's a caravan. I'm saying truckload because it's quicker. They only assume I'm harmless because I'm with you. What? You make it sound like you are actually dangerous or something. Like I said, caravan of people dead. Because I am. Don't get worked up about it. The only thing different between us is our race. Everything else is exactly the same. I'm not so sure. Hmm. You must have had some pretty awful experiences because of your appearance then, to make you so concerned about it. I wish I could say I understood your pain. That's not necessary. But if I could, then maybe I could feel a little closer to you. If only I could could even be half the same race as you. Oh, Pauline, you do get that eventually. I'm sorry. Just not in this lifetime, my girl. You have nothing to gain from being more like me. Yeah, she was. She was half in her next life. You don't think so? I think there's a lot that could be nice about it. I would probably have really pretty black hair, at least. That is true. We don't know what color Pauline's hair is in this lifetime. Because we only know her as the nun. If I'm ever reborn, I'd like to be more like you. Why are you so obsessed with being like me? Because she loves you. I just am. Oh. Yeah. That was about the time I started noticing the feelings she had for me. At first, I thought I was simply being egotistical. There was no way a woman like her would be interested in a man like me. But I couldn't think of any other explanation for the way she looked at me. Back then, I believed I loved her too. And that if we could be together as man and woman, I would finally be able to attain the peace I so sought. That I could wash my hands of the killer within me, defeat the urges once and for all. That I could step out of the darkness I had lived in for so long. That I would be able to see the light. That I'd be able to experience love like any other ordinary man. So, in the name of that hope, I took action. That foolish, naive hope. What are we doing out here? So late at night. Sorry for asking you to meet me on such short notice. I hope it wasn't too much trouble sneaking out. It certainly wasn't easy. So you had something to tell me? What I'm about to tell you, every last word is sincere. And then, once you've heard me out, I want you to turn me down. Huh? The wah returns. Huh? Over these past few months, I've come to at least somewhat understand the responsibilities and restrictions placed on you as a nun. But even ignoring the obligations you have, I know good and well I am not a suitable match for you. Which is why, as I said, I would like you to turn me down. I still want to hear it. I love you. I fell for you the moment I first saw you. I know I don't deserve to be anywhere near you. But every time we meet, my desire to be with you grows stronger and stronger until it was out of my control. Turn me down, Marie, please, and I will stop trying to get close to you. I'm not Marie. You're not... What? My real name is Pauline. Pauline. Marie is my baptismal name. It's not the name I was given at birth. I love you too. I fell for you the moment I first laid my eyes on you. I know it's forbidden, but I want to be with you too. Any free time I have, I want to spend it with you. I'm glad to hear you say that. Thank you for being honest with me. No, thank you for not turning me down. Laid eyes on you, you mean in the ditch? Yeah, apparently. Apparently, being face down in a ditch is really attractive. If you're having trouble, I would like some advice from Fata Morgana about finding love. Apparently, look in ditches. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what that means. Wow. Talk about an anxious day. When you asked me to meet you out here tonight, I wondered if that might be what it was about. I felt like my heart was going to explode all day. Maid, would you still love me if you met me while I was face down in the ditch? Yes, Sylvie. Yes, wifey. Yes, you're good. I would. Does that make me delusional? Is all hell like Pauline? Probably. But it's fine. Heart explode. Guys get nervous about telling girls how they feel too, don't they? Maeve, would you still be my friend if I was a Fata Morgana character? Depends on which one. Are you Amity or Amy? No. Yeah, we do. Until now, I had no idea falling in love would be so hard on the nerves. Just thinking about you makes my mind turn to mush. It's hard to work like that, you know? Is it really that stressful? Is it like that for you too? Yeah. Thinking about you makes it impossible to concentrate. Tell me something, I mean Pauline. What is it? How exactly is it hard on your nerves? What? How exactly? It's like... I'm in the clouds and I want to scream and I want to jump into a lake all at the same time? That doesn't help much. Would you be a little more specific? Really? Are you trying to embarrass me? It's like... my whole body gets really hot. Yokimasa, no! No! Bro! I'm so glad Umgek is not here. What in the ever-loving fuck? She's a nun, my dude. Yes, he is. What do you mean, yes, he is? So at the same time. Oh, he's not wrong? Oh, gotcha. Do I really have to say this? Oh, no. No clipping this. No. You mean you get aroused? Aroused? No, to put it bluntly, yes. Don't just admit to it. Don't just admit to it, Polly. I see. You're a real jerk, you know? You shouldn't go around trying to humiliate ladies. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, you... Well, that was insightful. I'm not in love with her, or romantically attracted to her, or even physically attracted to her. All I want from her is her smile. Thank you for the posture check and hydrate. Being around her doesn't arouse me. In fact... Did she just really say she's a turn off? In fact, it does the exact opposite. My fire burns brightest when I'm not with her. It all makes sense now. I just want someone to keep me placid? Placidated? Sorry, my brain is gone. We've gone full into placated. Sorry, thank you, Kane. My brain is now like, what the fuck? She's so cute and so pretty, and yet. Or no, it's not Kane. Sorry, Sylvie. My brain is mush. My brain is also mush, Pauline. I'm too raising. I am disturbed through and through. A murderer and a beast. See? That's why I didn't want to say anything. I knew you would laugh at me. I'm sorry. I truly am. I did ultimately get what I wanted out of the arrangement. She became my tether. Became an invaluable part of my life. Even if I had no real love for her. When I was with her, I was at peace. That said, her presence didn't completely rid me of my urges. I was still occasionally struck with bouts of insatiable thirst. Overwhelming desire to mutilate anyone who came into my line of sight. Oh, whoa. And sometimes Pauline became the object of that desire? Huh? Sir. I'm sorry, a ditch is too kind. It goes without saying, I never did draw my sword on her, but I had no way of knowing when I might lose control. And if I ever did kill her, then there would be nothing left to keep me from regressing into total beast. Pauline and I arranged regular nighttime meetings, though never once did I tell her how I truly felt. I had no intention to either. And when I was with her, I was in the role of her lover. She never questioned my love for her. And expressing hers for me caused her to smile even more than normal. The happier she was, the more beneficial it was for me. Spending time with her in this capacity, I was able to gain a deeper understanding of what kind of person Pauline was. She was a deeply generous and compassionate woman. While I now understand her near-compulsive deeds of charity were a result of the stress and uncertainty she felt about herself. At the time, I believe she was doing it because she genuinely wanted to. I believe she wanted to save absolutely everyone, and be the saintess she had come to be known as. She gave assistance to anyone who sought it from her, without question. And as a result, The church's coffers quickly dried up. Her god did not supply her with an endless store of bread and wine either. In the end, any endeavor, no matter its intentions, requires money. In time, her generosity turned excessive, self-destructive. She would even skip meals so others could eat. In retrospect, that was probably my fault too, as I pushed her towards wanting to be a regular girl. She pushed back against that desire by being even more charitable. Is it bad to say I don't know which of these two needs more help? Both. The answer is both. Soon, her actions started making the other nuns' lives difficult, giving her a less than favorable reputation in the church. Still, she would tell me when we met up how she wished she could help even more people, if doing so would give her peace, and if I could be part of that peace, then I wanted to grant her wish. But what could a killer like me do to help? Petty thievery wouldn't make me nearly enough money to keep a church and an orphanage running. An raid large enough in scale to do so would inevitably be traced back to the source, which would ruin the church forever. Hello, Captain. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. How was your stream? What were you guys playing? Hello, Captain. How are you? Welcome in. Just chatting tonight? That's fair. Thank you, Tyler. Yes. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. My name is Maid Gloomridge. I am the owner and curator here of the Gloomridge Museum of the Occult, and I am your guide to everything mystical, magical, and everything in between. Tonight we are playing some The House in Fata Morgana, which, if you don't know, is a horror psychological thriller visual novel which has some very triggering themes. Please take care of yourselves first, and I will see you later. Thank you so much for stopping in. I am doing well. I'm doing well, Captain. I'm gonna take a little sip. Yes, we are doing well. We are getting through the story. We're almost done, I think. Although I feel like my Yuki Masa voice is like really low down in my chest. So I feel like every once in a while I have to take breaks to talk normally. But that's just the name of the game. Thank you for stopping in. If you do need to raid and run, please feel free. But thank you all for stopping by. How was a murderer to acquire such a large sum of money? I was ready to jump at any opportunity that presented itself, and I received a summons from the Lord. Do we actually? Oh, hello! There he is! I think this is the first time we've seen him! He's back, everyone! Jacopo returns! Feudal Jacopo, yes. Oh, I do not remember my Jacopo voice. Oh no. Hold on. Let me try and recall. I think it was just normal. It was an interesting style. Don't say that. That makes me super self-conscious. Oh, okay. I'm glad your headache's almost gone, Tyler. That's good to hear. I take it you're the Oriental man who's been seen buzzing around a local church as of late. When I first saw the Lord, I was surprised at how young he looked. There couldn't have been more than a couple years difference between us. I'd envisioned him as an elderly, or at very least, middle-aged man. That would be me, yes, what of it? Who do you think you're talking to, you impotent rat? Show some damned respect. Apologies. I'm not very familiar with the local customs or language. Very well then. You're fortunate that I'm a very understanding man. Now, for the reason I called you here. You're the one that killed that cart full of slaves 4 years ago, aren't you? So you know about that. Ha! I wasn't actually sure it was you, but now I have confirmation. Since then, one slave of the far eastern origin has remained unaccounted for. I take it that would be you. That's right. You made one hell of a mess out there. Am I here to be punished? That depends on how our talk goes. If you think I'm going back to being a slave, you're fooling yourself. I don't need any more damn slaves. I certainly don't want you as one. You're obviously not finding any respectable work, being an ex-slave. So I take it you're still in the business of getting your hands dirty, aren't you? I assume you're playing cat burglar or something, living off whatever you can swipe from the nearest unlucky bastard. Correct. Isn't it comical then that you chose God's sacred house to stretch your legs in, you filthy dog? I absolutely agree. I thought that would get a reaction out of you, but it seems you've got no bite in you today. Never mind. Let's get down to business. You're going to help me with a little something I'm working on. Help you with what exactly? Something that's going to make me a lot of money. And if you lend a hand, I'll make sure you're well taken care of. After we get through this scene, I might go make my tea. Along with the church you're so fond of, and the nun you've taken a liking to. That nun of yours has quite the name for herself. Out in the city proper, people have started calling her the Saintess. They're right about that. She is. The commoners love their heroes and saints. They eat that rubbish right up. But saint or not, you can't simply create food from nothing. Her work is causing financial troubles for the church, is it not? Yes, it is. If you help me with this, I'm offering you an entirely new church, where she has complete control to do as she wishes. She'll make it into the biggest church in the city. She'll be able to help even more people, which should surely please her. What would you have me do? Jumping at the first whiff of scraps. You really are a dog, aren't you? I don't like conversations that overstay their welcome. Fair enough. Then, let's get to business. You've said this already once before, Jacopo. Just out with it. Not far from here lives a witch whose blood has the power to cause miracles. Miracle blood? Sounds like a sham to me. You never know. They say the sound of her first cry brought rain to a land where she was born, saving the whole village from a drought. And they say her blood has the power to cure any disease. I'll worry about the veracity of those rumors later. Right now, all I want for you is to capture her and bring her to me. Explain something to me, Lord. You said that if I helped you, the nun would be able to save more people than... Hello? Am I back? Thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you, Captain. Thank you, Kane. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Sylvie. How does capturing this witch accomplish that? I'm glad you know how to listen, dog. We'll be turning that blood into a miracle elixir, which she will then distribute to her patrons of the church. In exchange for tithes, of course. Selling it, then. Selling it isn't quite the right word, but if that's how you want to think of it, then by all means. The commoner's beloved saintess, handing out an all-powerful miracle medicine. They'll lap it up. And in turn, you'll make a fortune. Exactly. Money I can use to support her church. It'll be a boon to the city's economy as well. A single witch's freedom is all it will cost for everyone here to come out happy. So, what'll it be? Will you help me, or will I have to... I'll help. I have no reason not to. Decisive and a good listener. Excellent. Once I've captured the witch, where do I take her? I have a mansion set aside where your nun can run her church. There's an observation tower on the grounds. The witch will be kept locked up there to ensure we have a constant supply of blood. Okay. When do you want me to get her? You're just chomping at the bite now, aren't you? I thought you'd hesitate at least a little. But I guess it was foolish of me to presume you'd understand how a killer's mind... works. All the resources I put into investigating you and everyone close to you were wasted, it seems. Do you even have a consciousness? A conscience? Don't act like you're any different. I assure you, I have a conscience. I won't be doing any of this if it wasn't necessary for the growth of the city. No. I mean, you're just as much of a martyr as me. You would never come up with such a scheme like this if your hands were clean. Watch your mouth, dog. Don't you dare insinuate that I would ever condescend to your level. Yeah, well, he's not wrong. Oh no, and this is where he finds Mel. Okay, give me 1 second, everyone. I'm gonna go grab my tea and I will be back shortly. We're gonna go for a little break, little 10 minute break, depending on how long my kettle takes. Tea time. Everyone make sure you grab some water, something to drink, give yourself a little snack, and we will continue on here in a little bit. Okay? Alrighty, be right back. Alrighty, sorry about that. Took a little bit longer than I thought. How long was that? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Tea is made, just needs to sit, steep. And we back. Wasn't even 10 minutes? Really? It felt like it was 10 minutes. I felt like it was longer. Well, welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone has gotten some snacks or something to drink. I have some lemon ginger tea. I also got a refill of water. So we're good. Got some noms. We all good? I agreed to the Lord's terms. Thank you for the head pats. A couple days later, I made my way to the location the Lord had given me. A small cottage by a lake where the witch was said to live. I had been instructed to take her alive, but not that I wasn't allowed to harm her. My plan was to force my way in and immobilize her as soon as she opened the door. The Lord was right. I didn't have anything resembling a conscience. I was too far gone to be bothered by the prospect of disabling a witch. Not even the fact that I had found a degree of solace in my relationship with Pauline would change that. However, who's there? When I heard the witch's voice through the door, I froze. It was the girl from 4 years earlier. I didn't even have to see her. Right away. I would mistake that voice, that stream of pure, clear water cutting through the grime, for anything else. I would never forget the first thing that ever managed to suppress my desires. My first tether. When the Lord had told me about the witch, I never expected it to be her. Who is it? Are you the witch with the miracle blood? My hand rested on the hilt of my sword. I had, at first, meant to break down the door if she wouldn't open it for me. Please leave. However, when I heard that voice, my hand fell limp. Please stay away from my home. I am in need of your blood. Would you not spare a little? I have nothing to spare for a man like you. My blood is only for the sick and needy. So please go away. Stay away from me. I'm begging you. Get away from this place. You're a murderer. I want nothing to do with you. So please, just go away. As you say. As she commanded, I took my leave of her cottage, in somewhat of a haze. It should have come as no surprise, but in the 4 years since our last encounter, she had no kind words left to spare me. Yet even in her derision, I still felt myself being calmed by the sound of her voice. I debated with myself. Should I do as the Lord requested and capture her? Or should I let her free, as I'd done 4 years earlier? You already know what I decided to do, though, don't you? That's right. I went with the first option. After all, I had no need for 2 tethers. God, that's such... That's the only reason he's doing it, is he doesn't need 2. While breaking down her door was still an option, the witch was wary of me. If she were to somehow manage to escape, there's no saying how the Lord might react. So I stood watch, waiting for her to step outside. The problem was, she never opened her door. It wasn't just me. It seemed she was wary of everyone. There was one exception, though. Thank you, Sylvie, for stopping by. Get some good sleep. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Bye-bye. The boy. She left the cottage for him. They went on walks together around the lake. It's been a while since we last went on one of our walks, huh? I haven't been sleeping much, taking care of Nellie. Is her condition worsening again? Yeah. Rest assured, I will give her my blessing as many times as she needs. Thanks. I really appreciate it. The weather is kind of not really great today, huh? Looks like we might get rain. It's probably not smart to stay outside much longer. Yesterday, I should get going. See you. Watching the two of them, it occurred to me that I could make good use of the boy. You have 2 options. Either you say no and protect the witch, Get away. Or you help me capture her. Get away from her. Right now. And if you choose the witch, I'll kill the girl. Get away. Make your decision. Get away from her. You have until the count of 10. If you don't choose, I will kill the girl. 10, 9, 8, 7. 6, 5. Okay, I'll do it. I'll help you. So get your sword out of her face. Don't kill her. I thought you'd hold out until the last second. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's get going. Get moving. You pitiful little boy. Maya, hello. Thank you for the hydrate. I hope you're doing well. And the head pets. I hope you're doing well. Sorry, we're in a little bit of an evil mood at the moment. Everyone seems to like to raid in at evil moods. I think we need it for this. This is true. Everyone likes to raid in at evil moments. But it's fine. It's all good. Hello. Evil. Evil. Get back. No. Stay away from me. No. Help! Don't kill me. Take it. That's your share. Should last you long enough. Why? Why? Hello, Akashi. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. We're in a very dark, serious mood at the moment, so I hope you're doing well. Why did you take my arm? What do you mean? I share. What? Why? Why? My arm. down, please. Help! Some help! The witch with the miracle blood had regressed into an ordinary girl, and she cried in pain like a small child. I wasn't going to get very far with her wailing, so I gagged her, tied her up, and threw her into a burlap sack. Nothing personal. I just need your blood. Without it, she'll lose her church. Thank you for the care package, Samurai. Samu, thank you, thank you. She needs the money. I needed some way of getting enough money to keep her church running. So the Lord made me an offer. If I brought him the witch with the miracle blood, he would finance a whole new church for her. So don't take it personally. I tossed the sack into a cart I had waiting outside, then made my way to the mansion, per the Lord's instructions. The two of us then locked the witch in the observation tower. When I told the Lord I'd used the boy's bait to get her to open the door, he gave an exasperated sigh and said, "Involving a third party was not part of the plan. Is there anything at all in that head of yours, dog? I can kill him if that's a problem. Don't be hasty. Describe him for me." It seemed like he came from a wealthy family. He's young, still in his teens. He lives with his little sister. He looked reasonably well off, probably of noble blood. You picked one hell of a target to use as your bait. Should I kill him? There are people in this world you can make disappear quietly. People no one will notice have gone missing. You're one of them. A boy? He most likely isn't. Well, he kind of was. Was the boy at all interested in the witch's blood? He seemed to be. Well, that makes things a little easier. We'll just have to make him into an accomplice then. That's everything up until about 6 months ago. You know what happens next, I presume. I threatened Mel, forced him to join us. He needed the blood for his sister, but even without that excuse, he didn't have the courage to run. Me, on the other hand, I involved myself of my own will. I had no reason to try and get back out now. In fact, being put in charge of one of the 3 keys gave me an excuse to meet up with her more often. The arrangement was quite beneficial for me. Hi, Chef. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Actually, hold on. We can switch out of Gloomy Maid for a second. Thank you for stopping in, and also thank you Akashi earlier for stopping in. Sorry, we got kind of in the middle of some dark, heavy stuff when you got here. I'm sorry. But yeah. We are doing good. Gloomy Maeve is cute. Yay, I'm glad. It is in the name, so, you know. But thank you for stopping in. Hey, I heard the news. You were selected to be part of the Lord's personal guard? Now you've got it made. Congratulations. You exaggerate. It's nothing. Oh, now, no need to be humble. He wouldn't have picked you if he didn't really trust you. We're not going to talk about the girl being locked up in your church, Pauline? Everyone around here knows just how hard it is to earn the Lord's trust. If you say so. It hasn't been easy for him, I hear. He only assigns those he really trusts to work so close with him. I hope you're right. He trusts you, I'm sure of it. I certainly can't tell her the real reason I suddenly became his guard. And I've got some more exciting news too. The Lord sent a messenger for me earlier. Apparently, he's building a new church, and he wants me to serve as a nun there. Can you believe it? You shouldn't be surprised. You are the city's saintess, after all. It's little wonder you would be his first choice. I really don't think I'm that important. Do you not want the position? No. I'm delighted to have such an incredible opportunity. This will allow me to help so many more people than before. It's wonderful news. It's good to hear. Tell me, am I not wrong in thinking helping people is the one thing you want more than anything else? Am I? No, she wants love. She wants love. She wants to be a normal girl. Right. That's what I want more than anything in the world. I see. Hey, smile for me, would you? What do you think this is? Huh? I've been smiling this whole time, haven't I? Not just now. Forever. course. When I'm with you, nothing could possibly take that smile off my face. I'm glad to hear it. I never knew someone could lose so much weight while eating every day. We might have to increase your portions. If there's anything in particular you want, just tell me. She wants her freedom, man! I hear children's voices. From outside, I hear children's voices. The children here are to see the Saintess. It's gotten quite noisy out there as of late, yes. Oh, the Saintess. Your voice has gotten raspy too. Was that my doing? Did I take your voice? That's unfortunate. To me, your voice held far more value than your blood. And I took that away from you. Yes, you three took everything away from me. So we did. Enough chatter, dog. The Lord's scheme was a success. The witch's blood brought with an influx of donations, which the Lord invested into various businesses in the city. I had no idea if the blood actually had miraculous powers. But there were certainly people claiming to be healed by it. It wasn't long before people who weren't sick started making an excuse of supposed cure-all medication, saying it had preventative properties as well. As word of the elixir spread, the Lord's profits grew in kind. One fact was undeniable. The witch's blood stimulated the city's dramatic growth. And we're back. So, suffice to say, I don't think Morgana's forgiving him. I don't think Morgana's gonna forgive him. I don't think that's gonna happen. And that's everything. Appalling, isn't it? Is it not? Morgana. If you hate me for what I did to her, you can take this sword and kill me with it. And you can have my key. I won't put up a fight. You have the right to exact punishment on me. Killing you would accomplish nothing. It's neither my place to forgive or punish you. As much as it would make me feel better, doing so would serve no meaningful purpose. would like you to give me a little time, though. I need time to cool down enough that I can talk to you with a clear head. Of course. So, are you still willing to speak with me? I gave you my word. I told you I would help figure out what path you should take. You're an honorable man. I will not force your hand if you do not want to do this. You can tell me to leave, and I will walk right out that. More than anger or hatred, I'm simply deeply pained. Maybe things would have turned out better if I were as sympathetic as a man as you. People are supposed to be able to feel happy or sad for each other. I can't, which makes me a beast. When you first met Morgana, you felt a desire to rescue her from the slave traders. Did you not? You thought of someone other than yourself. I never saw that desire through, though. My thirst far overpowered anything I have wanted to do for her. And the next time we met, I sold her to the Lord. As I said before, there is no room for interpretation in the things I have done. Whatever I might have wanted at one point, it's all meaningless now. Regardless, anything I do for someone else is ultimately for my own benefit. Because it's what I need. No matter how selfish your motivations may ultimately be, please, let me believe some part of you genuinely wants to help her. Does want to help her. All right. I know I'll sound like a hypocrite for saying this, but sitting back and waiting for her to die is not what I want. When I cut off her arm, I didn't feel any of the thrill or euphoria that I usually do when I take my sword to someone. I can't say whether that means I had a conscience, but if for a moment, or I was just not myself at the time. If you can save her, though, please do. I can't do anything. If I try, I'll only make things worse. I cannot do everything on my own either. Give me your word that you will atone to Morgana for your actions. While I doubt making reparations will clear me of my crimes, if that is what you want me to do, then that is what I will do. Can I ask you something? What is it? Tell me more about my next life. I want to know what kind of man I am. Well, if you don't rescue Morgana, you're gonna end up the same. Even worse. I want to know every mistake I may make. All the details. I warn you, it's a tale far more barbaric than anything you can imagine. You still want to hear it? I do. And I have little doubt that I will believe it. If you are worried that I might react the way I did earlier, I will lay down my sword. You can tie me up too if you want. That won't be necessary. I'm going to trust you. Okay, no! I saw that. No. No. No, 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 no. We were doing so well. We were doing so well. Maeve used angry face. I'm not a Pokemon. I can't use scary face. I'm sorry. I will tell you the whole, hopelessly tragic truth. Everything I saw, with no embellishments. Please do. Okay, I don't have to actually retell him the whole thing. Okay, thank goodness. I'm like, I don't want to go through door 2 all over again. And so, I told him the tale I witnessed behind the second door. That he lost his memory in a shipwreck. That he was treated like a beast by the people in the land where he washed up. That he massacred countless people. And that he took the life of his lover who had come in search of him, never wavering in her belief that he was still alive. I told him about the white-haired girl. I told him about the things he made Giselle do. I didn't hide anything. As I spoke, he would occasionally grimace or his eyes would go wide for a moment. But not once did he interrupt me. He sat there in silence until I finished. And now it's dark. We really told the entirety of door 2. You weren't kidding. That was far worse than I had imagined. It's the truth, though. You've become the target of Morgana's loathing, and you are led back to this mansion. That is what lies in your future. As difficult as it may be to comprehend, that person is you. The man who does all those things hundreds of years from now is you. I really am a beast. A horrendously precarious creature. As I interpret it, when you lost your memory, you also lost everything you used to suppress your nature.
Sorry, I'm taking a sip of tea.
You lost the foundation you had built, and as a result, you are no longer able to maintain that balance. Would that mean that what I am now is, comparatively speaking, human? No, I'm no different now. I have no more control over myself when I'm killing people than that man you described. I mean, you haven't killed me yet, and I'm standing right in front of you, so... You've seen me do reprehensible things. And in spite of that, you were never condescending or insulting, never acted disgusted or afraid of me. Are all angels as compassionate as you? I am not an angel. I'm simply biting my tongue. Are you afraid of me then? I'm not afraid of you, no. What are you then? I don't understand. I am of the belief that now is not the appropriate time for me to allow my personal feelings to influence my actions. My task is to save Morgana. If I am to be honest with you for a moment, I despise the man you are in the future. But I am also equally frustrated at myself. You're right. The things you did were inexcusable. You murdered innocents. You killed the woman who came searching for you. But on a personal level, what angers me the most is that you put blood on the hands of the woman I love. Michelle! He loves Giselle so much. I know very well that to you, it's something you haven't done yet. But it was still your soul. It tears me apart inside that I couldn't return in time to stop it. You'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who wouldn't be angry to know someone they cared about had received that kind of treatment. I suppose. If that's how you feel, though, aren't you interested in taking revenge on me? As I mentioned before, there are times when allowing your emotions to take reign is the wrong course of action. This is one of those times. Seeking vengeance is the wrong thing for me to do right now. If I can eliminate Morgana's hatred, 3 of your souls will be set free as well. So you're going to save me too. In theory. Yes, I am. I don't consider myself worthy of redemption. Especially not after hearing about the things I will do. I'm a beast through and through. A twisted, psychopathic monster. You were conflicted, though. You struggled against the creature that dwelled inside of you. It's true that you found perverted joy in violence and murder. But you also felt kindness, which caused a part of you to seek peace. And at the same time, the same can be said of you in that time as well. Or at this time as well. If you actually were nothing but a beast, or rather, nothing but a man that derived pleasure in killing, maybe then I could have truly reviled you. Then you would be irredeemable, no matter what had turned you into that. No matter how much pain or suffering had driven you to that point. But your instability, your constantly shifting desires, your mental fragility, all appears to me to be very human traits. Tell me, how should I live my life from here on? Well, we'll see if this actually works, and hopefully no one dies tomorrow at noon. Maybe. What is it that you want most? The easiest road for me would be the one I walk now. Continue being a killer. Not fighting my desires. No resisting what's inside me. Would that be my salvation? To abandon my humanity entirely? I don't know what I should do. What am I supposed to do? I'm at a complete loss about everything. I would like to believe that your desire to live in peace is sincere. And that's what you want, and that's what I want for you too. It'll be a more trying path, yes. Because you'll have to fight against your nature and to stay on it. But we live in the human world. You also have Pauline, who wants the same thing. Extending her hand to you, inviting you to join her. So I encourage you to suppress your urges. Your life will not be easy for it, but I implore you to take the rocky road. For your own sake. For hers. Even if it means my entire life is built on a foundation of lies. Before today, I believed it was wrong to not be true to oneself. But as I listened to you tell your story, I came to realize that maybe there are exceptions. Some things you can and possibly should keep locked inside of you, where they can't hurt anyone else. However, I also think you have a tendency to try and act too perfect around her, both in this life and the next. You cover up so much of yourself, you become an entirely different person. You can be your conflicted, imperfect self around her. The man you are right now, lost in trying to find his way. I have little doubt she will accept that man. What you need most is restraint. I see. So tell me, do you think my future can be changed? I don't know for certain, so all I can do is speculate. But as you share the same soul, I expect any changes you make now will be reflected in your future reincarnation, in your future incarnation. I have my work cut out for me then. Pauline. She believed in me. She put her faith in a beast and went out in search of him. I cannot allow myself to be the kind of monster that would murder a woman like her. I have to change. Yay! Character progression! Finally, character growth for Yukimasa! I will change the future. You can do it. When my life here comes to an end, I vow to make my next one better. Thank you for listening to me and for giving me guidance. I can't say I'm particularly suited for the job. Knowing that my words are going to influence the direction of another's life is an unimaginable amount of pressure. I don't know. I'd say you pull it off well enough. If you ever decide to quit being an angel, you'd make a damn convincing missionary. I'm not interested in being a missionary, and as I've told you, I'm not an angel. That's too bad. I joined the Church of Michelle. Can we start the Church of Michelle? He looks so not pressed. I'm going to ignore that comment. I'm going to ignore it. At least it's an O. At least it's an O. Hey, actually, you know what? We could. We just have to include his last name, and then it's the Church of Combe. 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 Mm-hmm. You haven't... And that is not a privilege anyone will ever get to see me do. Mm-hmm. Now I get you now I get angry at you. Now can I get angry at you? This is me. As I've been telling you, I am an ordinary man. I'm not special in any way, like you seem to think I am. You're not ordinary. You're different, but not in the same way I am. You wouldn't ask any normal man to show me how... I wouldn't ask any normal man to show me how to lead my life. I see. Although, What passes for normal differs from person to person, I suppose. Just as I don't think you're normal. I'm sure there are people out there who do. Perhaps. Or maybe they're just able to see my desire to be normal. Well, that's everything I have to tell you. You're going to want to talk to the Lord next, I assume. That's right. I'm going to convince him to hand over his key, and I'm going to set Morgana free. I doubt you'll have much luck convincing him of anything, but I'll help in any way I can. Can you make him lose an arm? I appreciate it. I'll get him to come to supper tonight. You'll be here too? Okay, I'll be there. If I could ask you one favor though, could you try to arrange for that as late as possible? That should be doable, but why? There's someone else I need to speak with first. All right. I'll do what I can. Thank you. See you this evening then. And Gisela still isn't here. Oh. Did I lead him to the correct path? Will he actually find redemption at the end of it? Maybe. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say, my friend. Like, maybe? With Snape Jr. No, I made the right decision. Even if he doesn't in this life, there's enough of a chance he will make it in his next. One left. And that's it. I'm almost there, Giselle. I've almost made it to Morgana. I've come this far. And all that's left to do is speak with the Lord. Stay focused, Michelle. Pieces I still don't have, or the pieces I have still don't fit together yet. As Morgana told it, the Lord was a cruel man from the moment she first saw him. And he wasn't much different in the swordsman's retelling of events either. Are those betrayals the full picture of what kind of man he is? Will adding his perspective do anything but amplify Morgana's hatred? And if he really is exactly the man he's made out to be, then how do you explain his internal struggles from the third door? Did his core personality change within the times? Everyone else I've met has been fundamentally the same, though. Are you the exception, Jacopo? Morgana found joy in her life during her 3 years at the brothel. She wept about not being able to give them the opportunity to thank them. Maybe Maria's more likely to be able to message Morgana's animosity. I'll have to hear what she has to say. Ugh. I can barely move. my right arm. I can't feel my fingers at all. I managed this long, but damned if it doesn't hurt. No, Michelle! Why must you hand out miracles for nothing? I know that voice. I'm looking up at someone. A woman. She's draped in a black fog, and I can't make out many details. But even through the darkness, I know immediately who she is. She is Mother. She is Mother. No, she's not my mother. She is. Why would you ask me such a question, Mother? We're barely holding on as it is, my dear. There's nothing wrong to expect a little remuneration for our services. No, Mother, it is wrong. Miracles are not to be bartered for. God the Father does not charge for his miracles. So why should we, when I am only borrowing his power? Listen to me, Morgana. Every time you give someone else a blessing, you're hurting yourself. If not for the miracle itself, you still deserve some degree of compensation for the pain. I know you're concerned for me, Mother. I appreciate it very much. But I'm happy with the things the way they are. I'm happy to be able to help others with my Heavenly Father's power. Power you won't have for much longer, my dear. We can't afford to keep ourselves fed. I'm a saint, aren't I? Yes, you're my sweet little saint. God will not forsake his saint. No matter how difficult it may get, he will always provide me a way to continue doing his work. And you're the mother of that saint, aren't you? Yes, that's right. I conceived you untainted by the hands of a man. Then you must respect his will as well, Mother. It must be our highest priority. You're right. I was wrong, my dear saint. And then proceeds to sell her off like nothing. Mother? Mother? You agreed with me. You said I was right. Why are you taking money from that man? Mother? Mother looks over as strange men shove me into a carriage. The look in her eyes sends a chill down my spine. I see her lips moving. She doesn't actually say the words out loud, but I can make out every individual syllable. Because you're worthless to me. Welcome, daughter of God. You will be performing miracles for me now. And if you cooperate, I can guarantee you'll live more than comfortably. Miracles are not something to be performed for one single person's benefit. What? Miracles are not magic or parlor tricks. They are precious gifts granted to me by my Father in heaven. Using his power for personal gratification is a grave sin. I will do no such thing. I entreat you to look long and hard about your actions. Do away with such selfish desires and dedicate yourself to helping the people. The power you have been given was bestowed upon you by the hand of God. It is not your power. He is merely allowing you to make use of it for a short time. Pride is a sin. Please consider how you conduct yourself. You're an ignorant, insolent child, aren't you? I bought you. You are my property. You have no right to such an opinion. That is not my opinion. That is the way the world has God. Silence. You're not here to talk. You're here to perform miracles for me and my guests. And as I have told you, I will do no such thing. What you will or will not do is my decision, not yours. The Lord says with a sickening laugh as he grabs me by the hair and knocks me to the floor. I beg him to stop, but he won't listen to a word I say. I cannot confirm nor deny. You will find out shortly. When I say shortly, maybe next stream. I'm not sure. Cheers, a saint's blood and good fortune to all. I stare vaguely out at the crowd, gathered for the Lord's blood feast. Every time he has guests, he throws another party, and every time he slices another part of my arms or legs open. It isn't long before they're an unsightly web of crisscross scars. The Lord sometimes has trouble deciding where to cut, but not out of any sense of sympathy for me. He simply thinks drawing blood from an untouched part of my body will make it more effective. The Lord strips me bare. Perhaps I'll use your stomach today, Saint. I should be able to get some nice, pure blood from there. Stop this. Can you not comprehend what you're doing is an affront to the Lord? I am free to do what I wish with my property. Saint or not, you are no different than any of my slaves. The Lord is greatly displeased with your actions. Then use your miracle power to deliver divine punishment on me. Go on. You can do that, can't you? Your soul will be punished. You may not see the effects now, but you will pay for your sins one day. You're threatening me like you think I'm... Or wait, you're not as threatening as you think you are, buck naked girl. Don't give me that look, girl. I have no interest in taking that from you. You'd be lucky to find anyone willing to lay with a girl covered in disgusting scars. Mm. All I can do is wait and endure day after day of torture and shame, of the Lord searching for new places to stick his knife. My entire body except my face is covered in reddish black wounds. Someone, anyone, help me. Get me out of here. Please, someone. Oh, Father, thou art in heaven. I pray for you to lead me unto deliverance. Father, your trials, they are much too great. Morgana. That was much clearer than the first time I saw it. Everything she felt, her struggling, her sincerity, her pain, and her voice. It felt as though I was the one going through it all. Lord. I can understand why Morgana would bear such a powerful grudge against him, considering everything he did to her. Why would he do that, though? Is there some reason? Some explanation for his actions? I'm thoroughly exhausted. Like I've just spent the last several months having my blood drained again and again. My limbs feel like they have boulders tied to them. Just trying to get my feet to my feet makes me dizzy. Why didn't you tell fucking Maria to meet you here? She broke in last time. So cold. Ugh. She's probably waiting for me by now. I should get going. I have to do this. Move, damn it. Fighting against my body's attempts to succumb to the gravity of every step through sheer force of will. I make my way to the courtyard. There she is. Oh, there you are. Thank God you came. Sneaking onto church grounds is a bit unnerving, so if you... Are you alright? You look like you just came back from the dead. Well, I'm fine. Michelle, you literally almost lost your arm. Thank you for coming. Now, to continue our conversation from yesterday. Whoa, 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 slow down. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you're convincing? You look about as fine as a fucking corpse. If you're not feeling well, we can always do this some other time. And whoa, what happened to your hand? It's a minor injury. Nothing of any significance. Seriously, who do you think you're convincing, man? I can get around just fine without a few fingers. You gotta take yourself into consideration, too. You can only run on a raw determination for so long. And imagine how it makes me feel for a second. You asking to talk and showing up here looking like that. If you want to get anything done, you gotta take care of yourself first. Head on back to your room and rest. Let's do this some other day, okay? When you're feeling... I don't have that kind of time. Noon tomorrow. That's my deadline. I have to take care of everything before then. I know damn well what kind of condition I'm in. But that doesn't change what I need to do. If I don't, I can't save Morgana. I can't get Giselle back. That makes it all the more important you get your rest. And when do you suggest I do that exactly? Honestly, I don't get why you're in such a damn tizzy. Get a hold of yourself, man. I am plenty calm. It sure doesn't look like it. You're already pushing yourself to the edge. I don't want to be responsible for having to give you that last nudge. So quit bickering with me, get your ass back, and get some sleep, and get some rest. You don't understand the gravity of the situation. None of you do. You don't grasp how great of an effect stopping what happens tomorrow will have. I have to keep moving, even if it means crawling through the dirt. And if I don't, not only will I fail to make things better, Morgana's almost certainly got even worse fates in store for all of you, so long as her curse lives on. I'm the only one here who knows what awaits. So, that makes you, what, a prophet or something then? Not exactly, no. But in the terms of this time period, that would be the most apt description. Do you not believe me? Well, you know, that is asking a lot. That's fine, you don't have to. At the very least, I want you to believe that I genuinely believe something terrible is going to happen tomorrow if I don't do something. That I think I don't have time to waste. All I need for you to do is to tell me what you know. Could you do that for me? Assuming you actually are a prophet or whatever, why don't you just, you know, get the hell out of town? Doesn't say, fuck it, this is too much, and then vanish into the night. No one's gonna blame you if you do. Hell, is anyone ever gonna notice you did anything if you do succeed? Maybe not now. In the future. I'm not in this for the attention or praise. I cannot sit idly by, knowing what I know. Seeing what happened and what will. Knowing what Morgana went through, what she felt. Can't abandon her anymore. Not anymore. I can't let my knowledge go to waste. While it is true that the mansion will continue to be wrapped in this darkness so long as Morgana's curse remains in effect, and nothing can be put to rest until I do something about that, it's not my sole motivation anymore. I sincerely want to help Morgana. Giselle, is this what you meant when you told me you want me to save her? You seem like the kind of fella who's always fretting over about something or another. You don't know how to take it easy, do you? So I guess in a way, that's kind of why you can fight so hard, huh? Alright, you win. I'll talk. Anything you want to know, I'll tell you. Thank you very much. But you sit your butt down first. Okay. Morgana said that? Did. She described her 3 years there as one of the brightest periods of her life. Huh. Who'd have thought? Damn, that's kinda really great to hear. Did she never tell you herself how she felt? She never really made much of an attempt to be part of the group. Was like she had these colossal walls all around her. I can see that. Yeah, I always kind of felt like I never knew if I was sticking my nose in too far or not, you know? She appreciated what you and the other women did for her. After the raid 4 years ago, she ended up in the hands of a slave trader. As she was being transported, she said this with tears in her eyes. I'm sad because I didn't get the chance to show my gratitude to the people very dear to me. Well, damn. So is that, you know, absolutely 100% exactly what she said? You're not just pulling it out of your ass, are ya? Those are her exact words, yes. As hard as it may be to believe. Nah, I believe you. I'm just surprised is all. I mean, just, wow, yeah. If I'd have known that's how she felt, maybe I would have been a little friendlier with her. You weren't friendly with her? Not especially. I mean, that's not to say I was cold or anything. It's just that all the girls kept a bit of a distance from her. Not because we didn't like her, but because that's what it looked like she wanted. Some distance. None of us were really cut out to be for the caretaker gig, you know? As much as we'd love to have some kind of mother figure for her, we just didn't have it in us. Who was the closest to her? He's dead. The slave? Huh? What's this about a slave? There was a young man, a slave who participated in the revolt at the Lord's Manor, who saved Morgana's life. Ah, yeah, that's the guy. He was the closest of any of us to her. Or at least, he gave her the most attention. And he's 6 feet under. That's unfortunate. What can you do? People come and go. That's just the way of things. I thought that maybe if he were still alive, that would improve our chances of saving Morgana. Improve our chances? There's only one way about it. We smash the Lord's fucking skull in and take his key. That's not an option. Doing that will not alleviate her hatred. Would you be willing to accompany us when we go to the observation tower? Huh? Me? Why? I want you to be there to say something to her. I'll say whatever you want me to say once you've gotten her out of the tower. Don't you think being able to hear the voice of someone she cares for when she's finally set free would do more to pull her out of the darkness than anything else? That's all the more reason it can't be me. Why not? Like I've been saying, I wasn't that tight with her. I kept my distance. I can't do anything. Not with the reasons you've given me for why she's so full of hatred. I have no other options, though. You know, actually, while I doubt this will do much in the way of getting rid of her grudge, there is something I was supposed to give her but never got the chance. Oh. It's nothing special. Just a rinkety-dink little necklace. But if you get the chance, would you mind giving it to her? If anyone, that should come from you. It's not from me. It was supposed to be from the slave. He got it for her as a birthday present. But that was the day the brothel got raided. So yeah, that's the story. Make sure she gets it, would you? Okay, I will. Thanks, man. Well, now that that's out of the way, I should split. Best of... There you are. Oh, okay. I was like, whose voice is this? You weren't in your room. I was worried sick. What are you two doing here? You're going to talk to the Lord tonight, right? I was like, is it Jacopo? Is it Mel? Like, who is this? So, there's a chance you might be able to set the Saintess free. No way am I going to miss that. That's why you're here? That, and to say goodbye. I want for them to make reparations as soon as the girl's released. Do you feel the same way, Nellie? If Mel tells me he wants to, then I won't stop him. But he was threatened, so if it's possible, I don't think there's any need for him to be rushed to punishment. Or rush to be punished. I don't want to lose my brother. Surely there are other ways he can atone. That's reasonable. I do feel guilty about what he was put through. It's not your fault what he did. Anyway, I'm really, really anxious about tonight, but I'm sure it'll all turn out fine. You'll make it work, won't you, dearest Michelle? I'll do my best. Oh, come on. You've got to act confident. Take care of my Mel for me, too. He's very fragile, so handle him with care. Like a big old box of china. Is he really that fragile? As for me, if he looks like he's going to do anything he shouldn't, would you stop him for me? I wish I could be there to do it myself, but, well, he insisted only people directly involved should be there, and I want to respect that. I was never going to allow anyone to get hurt anyway. That's good. Thank you. Anyone but himself. Michelle's like, yeah, I could lose an arm. It's fine. He and the Lord may have caused the girl a great deal of pain. I still don't want anyone to get hurt. Some people deserve it. And I say let him have it. Now, Maria, don't be like that. You're the weird one, Little Miss Perfect. Go around letting everyone off the hook for everything, and the whole damn world's gonna come crumbling down around you. He did what he did for me, so... And the Lord? He's the only one. He's only in it for his own profit. As much as he says it benefits the city, it still comes back to his own pockets. The Lord's not a bad man, though. Yeah, I've heard it 1,000 times. No one's a bad person in your eyes, I know. Now. Can we please try to keep things civil? Yeah, sorry, my bad. Bad habit, I know. I talk a lot of rot, but I don't really mean half of it. I do think he's much better than the old Lord, though. Hold on a second. What did you just say? He's better than the old? When did the current Lord take his place? 4 years ago? What? Morgana was 9 years old when she was at the Lord's Manor. 7 years ago. Maria, were you ever at the Lord's Manor at the time? At any time 7 years ago? Nah, I was never hired by anyone there. Then when... You didn't have any interaction with the Lord 7 years ago. Ah, now it all makes sense. How did I not consider this possibility sooner? I know what kind of man he is. I know the people he had around him. Welcome back, Umgak. Maria. Is the slave actually dead? And that... I'm sorry, Umgak. That is where we're leaving today. Is that... What do you mean? You missed some very sus stuff, Umgak. I'm sorry, you missed some very sus stuff. You're just making him sadder. Shh, it's fine. But yes, this is where we will leave off for today, which means our last episode should hopefully be next week. Hopefully. It's okay, not like I wanted to make sus jokes or anything. Fair. But we will hopefully soon see the conclusion of this story. But I appreciate everyone being here tonight, whether you are here for a short time, for a long time. I appreciate you all the same. Once again, thank you Milk and Cursive for the raids. I really, really appreciate it. And I will be back tomorrow with some Voices of the Void. I have been given some helpful tips, which should help us in playing the game. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if I don't die this time. But yes, I will see you all tomorrow. And let me just quickly check one thing. Nope. Hey. I was gonna see if anyone I know is streaming, but no, not right now. But yes, thank you all for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.